Are you serious? Are you serious? There was another huge fireball over the sky, this time Florida. It took place last night about 11 p.m., just before midnight. There was a huge fireball that with sonic booms that hit over top Florida, near Jacksonville, Florida. And it shook and rattled and rolled some windows and doors and shook some houses there over Jacksonville, Florida. Now, this thing was seen, though, as far south as Miami, Florida, and as far north as northern Georgia. The conditions are favorable for more meteor observing during this period of time. The hourly, by the hour. And tonight, it's going to be a crystal clear night out there. They're expecting to be more meteors. There are so many asteroids and meteors now going by the Earth in record numbers that you're bound to have some, some meteorites actually breaking through our atmosphere. And folks, don't be stunned if a big meteorite doesn't just crash through all the way and make deep impact. It's not impossible, because we see the sonic booms are starting to take place, and we're seeing more and more activity. Falling stars, call them whatever you want to, they light up the sky, but certainly people are seeing more of it, and we're going to continue to monitor it. And I want to thank Heidi for that quickly. She sent that report to me a moment ago. Also, folks, let me just let you know, there's been an earthquake. I want to thank Mike Dale. For doing some real good research for me. Also, I want to thank Terry. I also want to thank Troy. Just My Peace is Jesus. Jerry Case, Vincent and Dennis, Timothy Duke and Cynthia, Stephen from Oklahoma, Kevin, Alicia Lopez, James McKay, Rose, just on and on. Ron, I want to thank you. Just a minute. Nick from New York, I want to thank all of you for really good research today. Thank you so much. If we just had a 6.2 earthquake off the coast of Mexico, this happened about 2 hours ago. There's been 27 earthquakes also in the last 24 hours, including the big ones: 5.0 Japan, 4.6 Vanuatu, 4.8 Chile, 5.5 earthquake in Indonesia. There was a 5.2 in China. There was a 5.1 in the South Atlantic Ocean, 5.6 in Colombia. There was also a 5.1 in Fiji. Along with the 6.2 in Mexico, there was a 4.5 in Mexico and a 4.8 in the northern mid-Atlantic ridge, and a 5.0 hit Argentina, and again, 5.1 Japan. So a lot of shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking, because the birthing pains of these end times are truly upon us. And we are witnessing signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and the stress of nations with perplexity. I can tell you that for sure, with the wars raging. I mean, John McCain made a statement. Just quickly throw this at you. He said he is ashamed, totally ashamed. He said, quote, this morning, John McCain, Senator of Arizona, "I'm ashamed of my country, I'm ashamed of my president, and I'm ashamed of myself." The reason he's bringing this up is the Arizona U.S. Senator John McCain said something on CBS's Face the Nation. The reason he says he's ashamed of all these things, he said it's really heartbreaking, the fact that he's expressing his frustration with how the United States and major European Union powers like France and Germany have failed to stop Russian aggression by President Vladimir Putin and their advance on Ukraine. Now, John went on to say, "I believe that the German Chancellor and President of France have legitimized, the first time in 70 years, the dismemberment of a country in Europe. It is shameful. Vladimir Putin has not paid any price," said McCain. McCain supports providing weapons to the Ukrainians to help fight against the Russians and the pro-Russian separatists. And the Ukrainians are not asking for American boots on the ground, but merely weapons to help defend themselves against the Russian onslaught. Vladimir Putin wants Ukraine not to be a part of Europe, and he's succeeding in doing so, said McCain. So, folks, this is getting very ugly. Iran, I got more news about Iran and Israel, and I'll do another video right here in a moment. Very disturbing, but certainly the earth and the people on the earth are getting too violent. Things are getting too out of control, and wars and rumors of wars, and nations are rising against nations and kingdoms against kingdoms. And you're seeing the evidence of that manifesting physically on the earth with apocalyptic signs. 2 cyclones that hit Australia, severe damage there, a calamity. All these things are just the beginning of sorrows, according to Jesus in Matthew 24. I'll be right back with more current world events. Don't miss tonight's live broadcast. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. Sunday night live at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern for 3 hours. Don't miss it. We're living in the last days.